How's it going, my man? I'm gonna go over the front end of this application. So this is the login screen, same as every other login screen. There's also a register button. Notice that no calls are being made to the server to render both of these UIs, which is pretty sweet. So we can create an account, log back in. I'm assuming this is where in the back end the token would be sent to the API to verify and authenticate. So I'll go ahead and log in. So it's the same dashboard. I remember you told me to focus on one object. So I just took customers just because that is the biggest JavaScript object. So what I'm doing is, just like you said, mocking up the data in just a JavaScript object. The idea behind this body of information, this object here, is obviously your unique ID, the user group that they'll be assigned to, the user status. I have a spot in here also for the token, email, phone number, favorite product, so on and so forth. And then the main bodies of information that make up this entire object are derived from the driver's license and also from the doctor's recommendation. There's also a couple fields in here for the created at and modified at, but I know that Laravel takes care of this for you. So jump back into the UI. Okay, so this is the basic UI. I have this on a tab system. Right now, obviously, it's just one tab, but maybe if this was users, this could be split up into tabs for operators, farmers, drivers, etc., etc. And then this right here, as you're well aware, is very easy to filter the data below. So this would be the page that makes the call to the API to retrieve the list of the object. In this case, the customers. So if I wanted to view the detail page, I would make that second request to retrieve a specific user. And this would be the page that the administrator sees. So basic profile information and then information about their recommendation with a nice little color indicator letting them know whether the recommendation is valid or not. Nothing too crazy. Couple utility buttons up here for printing and then editing this record. The editing essentially would be this exact same UI, only these would be inputs, right? Then we go back. Now if I want to add something, so I'm going to throw a post to the API, this would be the interface that we use. This is the new customer. So we capture first name, last name, email, recommendation number, upload the driver's license, rec, and also the expiration date. These two particular fields, I added in. I remember you had mentioned it's smart to cross-reference, maybe a couple nodes of information with images that are going to be uploaded. So I added those fields in there too. Nice, quick, easy form. And that's pretty much it. So that's all the UI. I mean, obviously your edit here and your delete button. Those would also make calls to the API as well. But that's pretty much it. I'm going to use this as a test run. If we can get this working with this UI, I'll paint up the rest of these other sections with a similar UI, and we'll be in business. Trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, tomorrow I'm going to look into actually I'll just show you my list. We'll keep it all out in the open here. Okay, so my Saturday hack list tomorrow, I'm gonna build a REST API just to get my hands dirty. I know you over there mixing up your magic, but I just can't help myself. So I'm gonna try to, because I know Laravel's folder structures changed, so I'm gonna just brush up on a few concepts. Once I get that done, I'm gonna build an Angular app that talks to REST API. If it's not your API, I'm gonna try to get one up and running that I can just talk to, just to start prototyping. If I can manage to get that done, I'm gonna use just Angular, Bootstrap, and Laravel, and I'm gonna see if I can create a new hybrid framework and just wrap all these up in one repo. And my goal is to create like a boilerplate for you and I to start developing projects. Also gonna try to document that the application as best as I can. That way, you know what I know. And then I threw a couple bonuses in there. I was really impressed when I watched that tutorial where the guy built a RESTful backend in under 5 minutes, and it seemed pretty straightforward. He used MongoDB for the database, and Mongoose is a dependency in Node that, I mean, pretty easy implementation. I just saw the term mean developer. So it's like a full stack developer. Mean Mongo, Node, Angular, and I want to say that's it. That's the mean developer. But I'm obviously, me and you are comfortable with MySQL, and I have no problem. This is more of just like curiosity, but I'm real curious to know how um, NoSQL databases are set up as opposed to, you know, regular SQL. If there's any like benefits or drawbacks, and obviously I know a lot of these that have to be put on the actual server. So there's probably some configuration, but these aren't priority. My main priority is just getting a nice Angular template, which we already have here, and get this talking to an API built with Laravel. Once I get that done, my man, we ready to rock and roll. And yeah, I want to say that's it. I figured I'd just do this tutorial like you were sitting right in front of me, and we just chatting back and forth, because you know that's always the best way to deliver information. My phone is on, so feel free to text me. Give me a call tomorrow, my man, and we can talk about our plans to take over the world. All right, take it easy, my man.